let's take a look at our top selections for Dan Illman, Mike Beer kicking off the late pick 5 at Keeneland on Saturday, as well as a $300,000 guaranteed all-stakes pick 4. We are going to kick it off with the grade 3 Ben Ali Stakes. Let's throw up the field. We're going 1 1/8 miles on the main track. Mike, only a field of 5 in here. Silver Dust is just such a likable horse. It's never about ability and it's never about guts, because this horse has both of those qualities in spade. It's about distance. 1 1/8 miles has been the big bugaboo his entire career, but he's found the spot if he's ever going to do it.
I think that's probably true, Dan. This really isn't a distance he wants to go. He's a better horse going shorter. Maybe at the end of the day, this is just the right spot for them to try it one more time. We'll see.
There does not appear to be a lot of pace in this race. Timeform US's pace projector has it a blue bar scenario. Beau Luminari has a little bit of early speed, as does Night Ops, as does Sprawl. There's not a lot of gas in here, Mike. They could be walking early.
Yeah, that's true. There isn't a lot of pace in the race. I guess ultimately, Dan, if they go slow, maybe that helps Silver Dust, a horse who won't have to work that hard to keep up close to the pace, and then he might still have a little bit of a finish.
Yeah, I think the pace is slow. Beau Luminari, the expected pace setter, came from last in his most recent start at Turfway over the synthetic. He was odds on. He brushed by that field to win. He might be better on dirt. 93 Buyer, 2 starts back, going a 1-turn mile. Let's watch Beau Luminari in that race at Gulfstream. Close to a solid enough pace. He makes the lead. Nocturnal is right there to his inside, however, and Nocturnal says no.
Yeah, Nocturnal's a very lightly raced Pletcher horse who's now, this is his second win in a row. He's run a couple of fast races. Ultimately, Beau Luminari is just second best in here. He ran fine. He was second best on turf prior to that a couple of times. He was second best in 3 straight dirt races at the end of last year. He's a horse who likes to settle a little bit. I don't love that about him, but he should get the distance and he might get the right trip.
Michael Maker claimed the 2 Treasure Trove for $40,000 last year, and he really wanted to get him out to distance. They ran him in the 2-mile H. Allen Jerkins. They ran him in the Temperance Hill 1.5 miles race last time out. I thought all in all in the Temperance Hill, listen, he got a good trip. He saved ground. Maybe the distance actually was just too far for him. They're cutting back in distance. I think there is a question of class for a horse that's been claimed several times in his career.
Yeah, that's how I looked at it too. I mean, I just thought he was a little bit difficult to make a case for. This is a horse whose last 3 wins on the main track are all races that were rained off the grass.
Night Ops has tactical speed. He has the figs. 4 of his last 5 Buyer speed figures between 91 and 97. And he ran fine last time out in the Essex Handicap behind Silver State, a promising horse. It looked like he had a big look at it at about the quarter pole, Mike, and the 2 horses to his outside simply overwhelmed him. Once he got straightened out again, it looked like he was running at the end. 3rd start off the layoff. He could be the one to beat.
Yeah, maybe he is the horse to beat in here. He's fine. I can't say I'm a huge fan of his, but he does tend to show up and run. I mean, listen, at the end of the day last time, he got a perfect trip and just really wasn't good enough to get the job done. I actually felt like he ran well off the layoff 2 back, and I didn't like his performance quite as much last time.
Sprawl is making his 2nd start off of a lengthy layoff. I thought he ran fine at the fairgrounds. I think that's a race that's going to be a perfect prep for him. There was not a lot of pace in that race. He sat off of it, swung out in the stretch, finished with some interest. It was a career best Buyer. He should be set 2nd off the layoff.
Yeah, I think we look at him the same way. I thought he ran well last time and what looked like a perfect starting off point following a long layoff. Obviously, he bombed in that Ellis Park Derby last year. Just for whatever reason, didn't show up, but he missed a lot of time after that. And before they ran him in that race, Dan, his Ohio Derby is better than it looks. He did not have a great trip in that race.
Silver Dust, they tried him on turf for his seasonal debut. That race is just a prep and it's a throwout, and he likely gained fitness. The Breeders' Cup Dirt Mile, he was simply overmatched. His race in the Ali Sheba was a very underrated performance, Mike. He was in very tight going into the 1st turn. Then there was no pace for him to attack, but he never stopped trying and finished a game 3rd.
Yeah, he ran well in that race. He had overall, again, another horse who only went 1 for 7 last year, but overall that was a really solid campaign for this horse. He's just really good, Dan. I'm a huge fan of his. I think he's going to run well in here. We'll just see if he can get the 1 1/8 miles this time.
Let's see who we like in the grade 3 Ben Ali Stakes. We throw up our picks. Let's go with Sprawl. Come on, Sprawl at a big price. He's 10-1 on the morning line. You go Sprawl, Silver Dust. I'll go Sprawl on top of the 3-horse, who is Night Ops.
I mean, I guess Night Ops is the horse to beat, right, Dan? I'm going to try to beat him with Sprawl. I think this horse is actually a little bit underrated. He's going to be a price.
4-5-3-1 for Mike. 4-3-2-5 for me. Let's kick off that all stakes guaranteed pick 4. $300,000 guarantee at Keeneland with race number 7 on Saturday. Best of luck.